Hello. Anybody there? What's up? Trying to figure out how to get Drake-Akain in here real quick. What's up?
What's up, man?
Are you with me?
No. There we go.
Everybody, it's our first time, so be kind. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm about as, I'm not very tech smart. And we have a delay.
Yeah. Oh, shh.
Say, Al was here a minute ago. So what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just doing a thing.
I seen your ceiling there for a minute.
Yeah, no, I don't have a stand still. Unlike
I
some
figured.
of you.
Do you want to do the craft thing tonight, or do you just want to do the top 10 tonight, or you just want to go top 10?
We can go ahead and do the top 10 tonight, and we can bust out the crap, say next week or whatever.
Well, I want to go here in another day or two also, so we can practice, so I know exactly what it is I'm doing.
True.
You got your top 10? So what's been going on, man? You watched anything new here lately or anything?
Well, I recently revisited Not Let Me Dead again, and revisited Ginger Snaps like usual. Had the daily Halloween watching.
Daily Halloween.
The daily Halloween watching. I haven't missed a daily Halloween watch in 5 years, probably.
That's crazy. Hey, what's going on, Al? Yay! Al says, yay! Yeah, we managed it, man. This is my first time ever tried to stream live, so How long you been going live, Al? It's definitely a learning curve. Since January, yeah, we got pretty good. Appreciate you coming by, man, for sure. We need somebody besides us watching this. You got a top 10 ready?
Yes, I do actually.
You got a top 10 out? Sorry about being late. Not in this category. I got a couple of honorary mentions. You got any honorary mentions?
Yeah, I got a couple of them here.
I got what honorary mention? Give me one of them.
One of my honorary mentions.
Yeah.
One of them was actually The Exorcist.
That's an honorary mention. Wow. Hey, Pop, how you
Yes.
doing? What's up, Knight?
Oh, him. Night.
Tonight we're just going to do the top 10 of the all-time horror movies without a final girl. So if anybody else has a top 10, start throwing them out there. And like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this, so it's bound to absolutely suck. So try to keep everybody, try to keep each other entertained. One of Drake's
I got a
honorary
top
mentions. One of Drake's honorary mentions is The Exorcist. That's an honorary mention, to him.
Oh, you ain't gonna believe the rest of my honorary mentions.
Huh. Okay, well, one of my honorary mentions is Rosemary's Baby.
I actually did not think of that one. I did not think about that one.
Well, I also had Carrie, but then again, I thought, no,
No,
Sue.
Carrie kind of is the final girl of that, though.
No, Sue would be the final girl,
So,
as as it is. Yeah.
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're definitely right. Yeah, yes, Sue definitely would have been.
I had trouble coming up with this list at all because and I was the one that came up with the topic because most stuff that I watch has a final girl. But anyway,
Yeah,
do you want to start? Do you want to start at your number 10 first, or do you want me to go, or what?
sure, I'll go ahead and start, man. I started off
Give
with
me
the.
give me a number 10 and what?
I started off with Cube.
Oh, I didn't think of Cube.
I started off with Cube because of its elements and its aspects, and they do such a good job of building the characters and give a good backstory to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yet, yeah, as the topic is, there is no final girl in it, and I thought that was really interesting.
Right.
And it was revolutionary for what it
Oh, yeah.
was, and it actually was derived from a Twilight Zone episode. I cannot remember the name of the episode now, but Diva
It seems like it's like
did it in.
five characters in search of something. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was derived from that, and I watched it a couple times in preparation for this. I watched all 10 of these movies in preparation for this, and I've just sat there and was like, yeah, but once you really think about it, there really is no final girl in you. I was like, wow.
When was the last time you watched that?
Just yesterday.
Hey, there's Larry D. Say, hey, Gore. Hey, what's going on, Larry? Drake just did his number 10. His number 10 is Cube, and I didn't even think of Cube. Didn't even think of that. So let's have that be one of my honorary mentions. Now it's an honorary mention. Well, my number 10 is Last House on the Left, 72.
All right.
And this movie, some people like my current fiance, she won't even watch it. She won't even watch that, or I Spit on Your Grave, or anything like that. It can be a rough watch, but I also think that it's a very necessary film.
Yes.
It's up to taste whether you liked it or whatever or not, and you don't even really have to like it, but you kind of have to accept it if you're a horror fan at all.
Yeah. Yeah. If I may, I call it an awareness film.
Well, yeah, yeah. definitely. And even though Wes Craven, the directing, and the writing and everything, he needed a lot of help with on that. But you could see early on his editing. His editing was really, really good, even at the young age he was at then.
That true.
All right. How about
I mean,
go ahead.
no, no, I was going to talk about the editing work in Hills Have Eyes as well.
Right.
I mean,
Another
that
rough one.
yeah, it is a rough one, but it's not as rough as Last House, though. Last House has
Well,
this aspect of reality to it.
Last House doesn't even. I mean, it's not what it shows; it's just what it implies. And I think what makes it so disturbing is the pure joy on the three psychopaths and just what they're doing. I mean, they make a complete field trip out of it, and they're having a great time. That's what's so creepy and screwed up about Last House.
But they do have a moment of humanity though, when they just look at each other and are like, "What in the world, bro? Like, did we
Yeah,
really
yeah,
just do this like this?"
yeah. One moment of wow, we really are pieces of garbage, aren't we? Yeah, yeah. That's exactly that. I think it may be the first time those three people ever realized, what horrible human beings that they really were.
Yeah,
And I don't think they really realized it until they looked at each other. It's like Krug
yeah,
looked at
because
Krug looked at Sadie and Weasel and looked at them and thought, "Man, you guys are really trash." And then the other two were looking at him and looking at each other, thinking the same thing. I don't think they really realized that until they looked at the other, and then they
right,
realized, and then they realized, wait a minute, why am I thinking about that with them? You know,
yeah,
I'm you
yeah,
know
and
I'm doing the same thing.
yeah, and that didn't really click for them until she started saying the Lord's Prayer.
Larry D
Like
says,
she's,
Q was interesting. I haven't seen Q since I was a kid. Have you ever seen Q at all, Drake?
oh, of course.
Okay, Q the winged serpent. That is what he's referring to, right, Larry?
Oh no, no,
Yeah, Q the
I have
winged
not.
serpent.
No, I have not seen that one.
I'm assuming that's what he's talking about.
Mm-mm. No, no, I might have to give that a look though.
Yeah, that's what I thought he's talking about. Larry says yes. All right, are you ready for number 9?
Yeah, yeah, I'm done ranting.
Okay, go ahead and give me your number 9.
Evil Dead, the original.
That's a really good one. I'm gonna write down yours as you're going. Okay, and now tell me about Evil Dead. What it means to you,
Evil Dead.
just whatever.
The first time I ever watched Evil Dead, I was around probably like fact check this, like 5 or 6 years old. The first time I ever seen Evil Dead,
I know.
and it just always stuck with me. And certain scenes of that movie really like stuck in my brain a certain way. So
Not,
like
Nice as Evil Dead is such a classic. Yes, it definitely is. I love it, and it actually has a good remake, but still, and just like most people choose Evil Dead 2 as their favorite, I don't. To me, the original Evil Dead is the true horror movie of that trilogy. Go ahead, Drake.
yeah, yeah they have like two remakes now. They got the one they made called Evil Dead 2, and then they have the one made in what 2013, 2014 or something like that. It was probably later,
Um.
like 2017.
Oh no, I'm thinking even earlier than that, man. I'm thinking no, no. I'm thinking somewhere more like 2011 or 10, maybe.
I got you. I have a fact checker right in front of me here.
I see. I pride myself on knowing this stuff, and I have no idea which. I mean, I think it's somewhere around there, but
Oh, trust me,
my
I
my
probably
my
have a
move
couple of years.
my movie nerdness is at stake here.
The movie nerdness.
Yeah, my movie nerdness. Is nerdness even a word?
No, I think you kind of made that one up, man.
Well, hey, you know.
What about your 9?
Was you done discussing Evil Dead and all that? And
I mean, I was just, just talking about the branches of where it came from for my memory and everything,
right,
and where it comes from for me, and remembering
right.
just sitting on this little pull-out foam mattress and just checking it out for the first time.
Yeah. The you talking about the pull-out couch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Oh, you talking about just the mattress that we pulled up out of the closet and laid down there and would do our
yeah,
little like camping out, picnicking type thing and watching movies?
yes,
Right, right. Oh, I love to pull out the mattress and camp out in front of the TV. I've done that with all my kids, and I still continue to. And your brother is 15, and we still do that.
right.
Okay, my number 9 has probably one of the most painful endings of all time, especially being a father. Is The Mist. The Mist for
Uh,
me. I'm not, no one killed me, but Stephen King. I'm not huge on some of his film adaptations, um, and I think he really reached his peak still when it was probably the early to mid '80s. Even though there's, as far as his writing goes. Um, but The Mist is very powerful. The Mist still to this day, every time I see that ending, still affects me the same way it did the first time I see it.
the Mist
You
was
got
probably sorry, but the Mist was
go ahead.
probably his last really good one. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, before that, I mean, you had Christine, which was that's another honorable mention too. Well, no, there's a Final Girl, but
Yeah,
Christina, of course, you had John Carpenter making that and doing the music for that. And of course, you had The Shining, but it's the novel's a completely different thing than the movie. I
yeah,
still prefer the movie.
and he had the
I
TV miniseries version in the late '90s.
mhm. Cujo, I like that adaptation. My fiance doesn't like that one either because just because of the whole dog thing. I tried to tell her, honey, they're not hurting the dog, man. The dog's the one trying to kill them. Remember?
Just
All right.
just a real animal lover and everything.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I had never planned on getting a cat, but now that we're together and she loves me, we have a cat.
Oh, cats are cool, man.
Well, I just hadn't planned on it because I didn't want to mess with a litter box or anything like that. But you know, she's worth it. So you know, did he? Well, that's something I didn't know. Uh, Larry says that Stephen King said he wrote The Mist back in the '60s while tripping on acid.
Whoa.
Oh, well, Stephen. Stephen. Hello. Oh, speaking of my fiance, hello, honey. I love you. She has joined us.
Hi.
That's surprising. Caught me talking about you, didn't you? Night says, "Oh wow, that's a long time." It's definitely a long time. But we all know Steven. Steven was a hippie. The story isn't it Maximum Overdrive, the one movie that he directed that he was coked out through the whole thing?
I believe so. I do believe so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, people in the chat correct us if we're wrong, but I do believe so.
Oh no, I'm 100% on this. I was just watching a thing on it the other day about it. I can't remember who does it, but it's the guy that does it's Joe Blow movies or whatever, where he talks about what the f happened to this movie.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a good movie. Again, Stephen King fans don't bash me, But
See, Night says yes, he was. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a good movie and all, but I'm sorry, Stephen King fans. I'm just not a big fan of Stephen King's movies that he directs himself.
Well, luckily he only did one, right? But I mean, you have to admit, Maximum Overdrive is fun. I mean, and there's a lot of characters in it that are fun.
Yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
fun movie. I just like a more serious movie, though.
you
I
know,
like
at
kind of
the end of the day, it's about enjoying yourself, and you can definitely enjoy yourself when you watch that.
Yeah, you are speaking facts. That is true.
Gretchen Dar, my fiance, says, "I love you too, Gore-Aphobe. Thank you." Getting me all flustered and all embarrassed and all touched.
No.
Yes,
Isn't it sweet chat?
she's a sweetheart. Do what?
I was just talking to the chat. I was like, isn't it sweet chat?
Saved my life practically. Okay. Give me your number 8 and tell me why and what's up with that.
Girly from 1969.
Girly. Give me some. Do you got some facts on that, or some names or of some people that starred in it? I don't. I mean, I showed that movie to you, but I don't know a lot about it.
Well,
When was it made and all that
Vanessa
stuff?
Howard, Vanessa Howard, which is the girl who played Girly, that was literally the only movie she ever starred in. Facts. So I mean, there's really not very many facts about this movie that you can find. Like the Scorpion edition doesn't come with any features. There's nothing that you can like learn from it from the Blu-ray. Like,
did you check out IMDb or anything like that, or IMBD or
yeah, like it gives you the basis of the movie, it gives you your actors, but you virtually cannot find really any facts about this movie. Like how long it took to make it, the cost, anything like that. You can't find that.
What was the other title to it? It was Momsy, Nanny, Sonny, and Girly or something like that.
Yeah. It was Momsy, Sonny, Nanny, and Girly or something like that. I do not remember. I have the Scorpion over here. If you want me to grab it real quick, and it might say on the back.
Has anybody in the chat ever heard of Girly or the other title, the one that Drake was just talking about? Because it's a really cool movie. I like it. I found it a long time ago.
And unfortunately, the Scorpion is getting like stupidly expensive.
That's right. That's one I don't have that you do have. Night says, "You big softy, you." I am a softy. I'm a sensitive guy. I am a sensitive guy.
Yeah, Vanessa Howard.
I get my feelings and my heart hurt really easy, especially if I like it. I care about you. You can really hurt my feelings. So everybody feels sorry.
Well, the Freddie Francis directed this.
So that's cool.
Yeah, he did Dr. Terror's House of Horrors and Dracula has Risen from the Grave.
He's a legendary Hammer director. I know everybody's heard of him.
I'm surprised they didn't name off any of his others.
Nice says he hasn't seen that one.
You haven't seen Girly, bro? It's on YouTube. There is a cut of it on YouTube.
Cool. Al says he's heard of it, but he hasn't seen it.
It is. If you were a fan of like,
pretty cool, watch it. And Drake says it's on YouTube, so check it out. Is it under Girly?
Yes, yeah. Just look up Girly 1969 full movie, and you should find it. It's a really fun movie. It's a horror comedy. It's like one of the first horror comedies ever made, besides Frankenstein meets Wolfman, and Costello meet Wolfman, and all that.
Right.
but it's one of the earlier ones. It was made right in the heyday of the hippie following. So
Yeah, pretty much toward the end of the Hammer crazes. Yeah, back when Hammer was partnering up with Amicus and things like that. I do believe.
yeah, as far as I know, Hammer officially stopped most of their production in the mid to late 70s for the most part. About 74 to 76, about when Peter Cushing starred in A New Hope.
Well, they were kind of on life support at that point. I do believe through the late 50s and early to mid 60s. I think was their heyday.
True.
Okay, all right. My number 8 is The Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
I love The Exorcist 3. When I went and seen The Exorcist 3 in 89, 90, 90, I do believe. Well, I went and seen that with a buddy of mine at the theater. Um, Me and my friend were literally the only two people in that theater. And up until maybe 4 or 5 years ago, all I have ever heard about that movie is, oh, it sucks and all this, and people actually trying to compare it to Exorcist 2. And no one ever really gave it a chance. But now I've noticed that everybody's jumping on the bandwagon of how cool it is. You know,
Yeah,
that,
since Scream Factory released it, yeah.
yeah, it's, so I'm very glad. I'm very glad that everybody's given another look and they're really giving it a chance now because it's always been really good. It's definitely no Exorcist 2.
Yeah, that's one Scream Factory I don't have. That I should.
The Exorcist 3?
Like it. Yeah, I don't have Exorcist 3 on Scream Factory, but I do.
I, I have like three
I,
copies of that.
I have the first print DVD though, with the little snap case.
I have the Screen Factory and the Arrow, and then the original Snapcase DVD. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I literally like sit like right next to my booze. I can literally just reach over and grab anything.
Yeah, that I think George C. Scott does a great job in there, and I think probably the greatest performance of Brad Dourif's career in that. And what's funny
Yeah,
is the better outtake of it, the one where he did the better job of it, the part of it that's the director's cut, is
yeah,
actually the better performance than the theatrical cut.
it is. It's just a shame they couldn't upgrade the quality of the film. Like, if you have no problem switching between good and like semi par quality of film, the director's cut's the way to go.
Oh yeah, the Arrow looks just that much better because Arrow is just, I mean, Arrow is just that much better than Screen Factory. I really love Screen Factory, and I got tons, but Arrow is just that much better. Their transfer is just that much better.
I've noticed with a lot of these movies like that, like the lower budget type movies and like the It's Just movies and things like that, like Beyond the Door has a Code Red, I believe, and Arrow has it too, and Arrows looks much better than Code Reds.
I haven't seen Arrows yet. Do you have that?
No, no, I don't actually. I thought you had that actually.
No, I have the Code Red one.
Oh, I mean, it looks good.
Oh yeah. All right. What is your number 7?
My number 7 is D. Snyder's Strangeland.
Oh, it's another one I forgot. And I was thinking about that when I was going to write that down.
Yeah,
Tell
I
us
am
about
a huge
Strangeland.
fan. Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of D. Snyder, as you know. But to the chat, I'm a huge fan of D. Snyder and his solo work, along with Twisted Sister's work. And the one movie he did make was just absolutely awesome. I wish they would make a Blu-ray upgrade of that. Literally, the only two copies you have is a VHS that came out at launch, and then a DVD that came with that from
Mm-hmm.
Artisan. And that movie does not get enough love.
Yeah,
Like, like it is one of those unspoken movies, and kind
mm-hmm.
of a guilty pleasure
Definitely.
movie if you do like it.
Yeah, me and your mom showed you that. Um,
It's true.
For those who haven't seen it, kind of give a non-spoiler view of it, you know, if you want,
Ah,
because
well,
not a lot of people has seen that. There's probably a lot that hasn't, or maybe everybody has.
how non-spoiler can I make this? Will make it an interesting. All right, D. Snyder plays the main antagonist named Captain Howdy, derived directly from Captain Howdy uh, slash Horror and Street Justice from Stay Hungry, and he he cyber stalks young women and will basically leave it there. It's a good suspense horror type film. There's not a lot of gore in it, no pun intended. But there's
Gives
not a lot of gore in it.
Yeah, it gives sadomasochism a whole new meaning. Huh?
Yeah, there's definitely some serious B triple blank in there.
Yeah, and he likes he likes to go into this spiel, this thing while he's preparing to do this torment. He likes to just tell him why and
Yeah,
describe to him exactly why. Knight
yes.
says Knight says Strangeland is a good one. I remember when I first saw it. Me too.
He goes.
It was actually with your mom. Me and your mom rented that and watched it. You must have been, oh man, you was
I,
probably
I
one.
I can't remember. Was it from Dave's Video or Blockbuster? Because it was one of those.
Actually, no, actually, it was from this little mom and pop place that was out in South Marion. I can't remember. It's out there by you know where Thomas Electronics and all them was. Well, it was this little place that was out there right by that right by that laundromat on 38th Street. No, not 38th, but 28th Street,
Oh,
right across from Horner's.
oh, okay.
There used
It
to be a
still
little video
has.
store there.
I will visit that building because that building still stands,
Right.
and there might be some remnants of paint left or something where I can
Yeah.
conjure up what in the world the place was called, and I'll get back a hold of you and tell you what in the world it
Okay.
was.
Back in the great days of there was so many video stores that you even had your mom and pop places still around. Back in the cool days.
Until streaming killed everything.
I mean, streaming has its plays. I like to stream somewhat. It makes it easy, but I mean, I just wish, I just wish they could go coexist for the long term.
Marion doesn't even have a red box anymore, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Like
This
we
little
literally have nothing. If we want to rent a movie, we got to go to Prime or something.
little town that I live in now, their McDonald's took theirs out.
Oof.
Okay, my number 7 is Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Ah, interesting.
I think everybody
I didn't.
that's another one of those kind of like Exorcist 3, where for years I'm not sure if people didn't like it or it's just that they were pissed that Michael Myers wasn't in it.
That might be it. Like people, well, when they advertised it, they put Michael's face on the posters. That was
Well,
straight up advertisement, bro.
I don't remember them doing that, but what I remember the trailer when it came out, and I remember the trailer, and I remember if I remember correctly, one of the trailers was it said first John Carpenter blah 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 Halloween, and then he gave you Halloween 2, and now blah 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 Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. So that's why people got irritated with it. But I like it. I liked it when it wasn't cool to like it. I went to the theater. It's seen that with your grandma.
Yeah, I don't
She,
even
she
call it a
she took me there to
Carpenter.
see it because we expected, we definitely expected Michael Myers to be in it. But even at that age, I was like 9, 8 or 9. Yeah, even at that age, um, even though I was disappointed, I mean, I still recognize, even that young, I still recognize it was a good show.
Oh yeah, the first time I ever watched that movie was with my grandmother, and I was like 7 or 8 years old when we watched it. You were at work, and she plugged it in, and she was like, "Hey, come here and watch this movie with me." I was like, "Okay, can't say no to grandma."
Yeah.
So, and I started watching it, and doom 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 doom. I'm
That
like,
song,
that's
that
cool.
infectious song.
Yeah, I ain't gonna do it too long. No copyright,
Silver Shamrock. Yeah.
But
But yeah.
yeah, my
Very,
channel
very,
has
very, very good one though.
really. I have 2 copyright strikes on my channel. Like, if I get one more, I'm done, I guess.
Strikes, or is it?
I have like 7 copyright claims and 2 copyright strikes. I had to literally go back and edit videos and edit my intro
How did you get
because
the strikes?
movie soundtracks that lasted a couple seconds too long.
Oh man.
I like you warned me when you heard my first intro. You was like, "That sounds a little long," because I use Helen's theme. Candyman fans know,
Okay.
and it goes
Right.
on for like a minute and 20 seconds.
Well, be careful of that. You're just getting started, man.
Yeah, that's what caught me. Was I hit like as soon as I hit 30 subscribers, they struck they struck every almost every video with that intro in it.
Yeah. If they see one, they'll go through and look at all the rest too, man. Just to make sure.
Like they
You
removed
don't
them.
want their attention. You do not want their attention.
Right. They removed them for 2 hours. They removed those
Knight
videos for
says,
2 hours.
Knight says they gave you 2 strikes, dude. Be careful. You better listen to Knight.
Oh yeah. Oh, we all know about Night, man.
He,
We all know
he
about what happened there
you better be careful. Yeah, he
because
he, he
three
definitely
strikes and
knows.
you're out. They
Really,
gave
really,
me.
that's what it is. I don't have any strikes. I don't know how that works.
I do. I mean, Knight verified this for me. I do believe it's 3 strikes and you're out. Go ahead and let us know if I'm wrong. But I
Yeah.
do believe 3 copyright strikes and you're out. But luckily,
I mean,
have I have saved every video I've ever made. I have them all saved in the Google Cloud and on the computer. So,
I need to save like my last 6 or 7 because I haven't saved those.
well, you don't have anything like copyright
Yeah,
music in any of your intros.
right, but I mean, you don't really need it. They can just up one day and just, you know what I mean.
That's
Anyway,
true.
I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about them anymore.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing we stopped about that.
Give me your number 6. Oh, Knight says yes. It's 3 strikes and you're terminated. Oh my god. All right, give me your 6.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1956.
1950. Okay.
The original Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Well, yeah. I was just surprised you didn't go with 78.
78 kind of has a final girl ish, in my opinion. And
Well,
besides,
yeah. The one chick. Oh god, I can't remember her name. But the one chick from Alien. Yeah. But I mean, is she really? I mean,
I mean, not really. Um, Sutherland is actually pretty much the final man of that movie.
yeah. But he's one of the. Remember the movie ends with him going, oh. So
Yeah,
he
she is the
he
final girl of that movie.
yeah,
So
because
that
he
that movie
he's taking
basically
over at
does
the
have
end.
a final girl for the most part.
Yeah.
In 56, there is no final girl.
Right. Right.
I
Cool.
chose it. It's classic. Not
Oh,
dogging.
I love him. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not dogging on Cronenberg, but in my opinion, the 56 version is better.
Cronenberg.
Didn't
No.
Cronenberg do the 70 version?
No.
I got it right here.
No. That's not a Cronenberg.
Not a Well, which one of the big ones did it?
Oh, I
I
don't
mean, it
remember who
feels
made.
like a Cronenberg.
I don't remember who made that.
It was Philip
You're
Kaufman.
okay. Say you're killing my you're killing my movie nerdness, man, because you're coming up with stuff that I'm not remembering right now.
Sorry, but it was Philip Kaufman. Philip
Okay.
Kaufman did it. But it feels like a Cronenberg movie. That's why I've always thought it was.
Yeah, it does kind of feel like a Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Sort of.
It's got
Sort of.
weird set about it and everything like Cronenberg's movies do.
Just not gruesome enough for Cronenberg in the 70s.
That is true.
He always went a little more. He's a very sick man.
Dude.
What?
Nothing. It's just about my list.
Yeah,
I just
I
I just
I wish I would have thought I would have put 78 on there. I
I
mean,
wish I
Kane.
would have thought I would have put Scanners on mine. Scanners don't have a final girl.
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Jennifer
Who?
O'Neill. Yeah, Jennifer O'Neill. Remember
Oh man,
the
your
chick?
definition of final girl and mine is completely different, bro.
Well, Hey, man. If there's a girl that's alive still, at the end, she's the final girl, right? I mean, I'm talking about no final girl at all, basically.
Alright, that works.
But I mean, it don't matter. You can go with however you want to do it.
Well, it's cool. I don't have any movies that have that, so I don't have to revise anything off the fly.
We'll get together and talk about this a little more next time,
Ah, true.
so that we can understand what's going on. I was just wanting to get. I was just wanting to get in here and not screw the whole thing up. That was what I was. That's what I was thinking about.
Let's see what
All
the
right,
chat's talking.
my
Yep.
my number 6 is Night of the Living Dead, 1968.
Oh, nice.
One of my all-time favorite movies. And for years, I thought maybe Dawn, the original Dawn 78 was my favorite of the Romero trilogy.
It's got a
But
final girl. It's got a final girl.
well, I didn't put Dawn in there, but Night of the Living Dead doesn't.
Ah, that is true. But Dawn does have a final girl, though.
But I'm talking about which of the ones were as far as my favorites of that trilogy go. For years, I thought maybe Dawn was my favorite, but I don't know. They say things change when you get older. Um,
Um,
here here
my
here lately, I've been digging Night of Living Dead a little more.
Well, that's funny. Me and you switched because before it was Night of the Living Dead for me. Now it's Dawn of the Dead. Like we completely switched roles on that.
Night says Night of the Living Dead. And hey, Internet Eric's in the chat. He says Night is my favorite, followed by Day. Day is your little brother's favorite.
Really, it's pretty cool.
Yep, that is his favorite.
I might end up coming up with a second copy of that, actually.
Second copy.
Of Day of the Dead on window.
Really?
Yes. Is he in the chat? He's probably watching it with my brother.
No. Nope.
Well, between me and you, he might end up with that. Just saying.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
Of course, it'll end up in your collection anyway.
But Night of the Living Dead is just everything that is, to me, it's from when I grew up. It's just everything that. I mean, it's enjoyable to watch. It's got great acting. It's George's first actual movie. I love George Romero. He says so much, but makes it entertaining all at the same time. And Night knows for where we did Night of the Living Dead. It's something I have a lot of passion for, much passion, as I do Dawn. But here lately, Night of the Living Dead has been the one that I've been turning to a lot.
The first time I ever saw Night of the Living Dead, I was 5 years old. and I found my grandmother's VHS copy of it,
Yeah.
and just walked up and was like, "Hey, what's this?" She's like, "Well, plug it in, Tweets. Go ahead and throw it in there." And we watched it together, me and her. She made chili that night. I specifically remember. I don't remember a lot of things, but I specifically remember she made grandma's chili with it, broke out the crackers and the cheese, and
Right.
we sat there and watched Night of the Living Dead together because you were at work that night,
Yeah.
and we just
I didn't think Night of the Living Dead was one that I showed you personally. I showed you most of them, but I didn't think Night of the Living Dead was one of them.
no. The first Dead movie you ever showed me was Return of the Living Dead, followed by Dawn.
Right.
You showed me Return of the Living Dead. It's like, oh, you think this is a good one? Let's watch Dawn of the Dead. And this is before the remake in 2004 or five came out. You showed that
Right.
to me like 2000, like two or three.
Eric says we're coming to get you. Barbara always makes a top 5 memorable horror movie line list. It's that iconic. Yes, it definitely is.
That
Definitely
is true.
is.
That is true, Eric.
All right. What is your number 5?
Last House on the Left, 78.
72.
72. God. I was watching Halloween at the same time I was thinking of my list.
You're all right.
I was right in the middle of having my annual daily Halloween watching while I was
Yeah.
thinking of my list, and 72 and 78 just kind of hopped out there.
Yeah. That's cool.
So,
I have that at my number 10, and I talked about kind of what it means to me and what I think about it. What you have anything to add to it?
well, you don't know this, but I was telling the truth when I said the first time I ever watched that movie when I was 5 years old.
How did you watch that movie at 5 years old?
You had a VHS.
Eric, we're doing the top 10 horror movies of all time without a final girl.
You had a VHS. You was asleep, and it looked interesting. So
Using
I
your
plugged.
finger in my VHSs at 5 years old.
Yes, at
You're
about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, probably.
what was you doing up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning?
I don't
So
know. I was in bed by like 9 o'clock at that time, so I was up early.
you are such a sneaky little guy, man.
Oh yeah, man! I took apart your weight set. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember you painted it too.
I know.
Nice as the
Artistic.
truth comes out. Kids are so sneaky, man.
I got lots of truth that he probably doesn't know about.
Yeah, well, let's keep it that way. I don't. There's certain things I'm just better off not knowing. Oh my god. All right. Anyway, my number 5 is the original Exorcist.
It's not
Everybody
even.
knows all about the original Exorcist. What kills me about the Exorcist is you get these, you get a lot of younger people now watching it, and they laugh and say, "I don't see how this was scary." They don't take in consideration that in 1973, which was the year I was born, so I seen it probably 78 or 79. When I seen that, I mean, I'm still tormented from when I first seen it. It was a
I mean,
completely different world then, and if you seen something like that in the late 70s, early 80s, it was it was completely life altering.
I mean,
Hey,
I,
Ben's in the chat. Ben says, "Sup, Keith and y'all. I can't stay. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Thanks for stopping in, Ben. Appreciate it."
the little, another one of those secrets that comes out. The truth is, I watched that movie when I was about 6 years old as well. Again, getting in and fingering your collection.
Did it change your life?
Yeah, I had a nightmare of my bed scooting across the floor at me to the doorway. Yeah.
Your bed's getting across. Well, good. I'm glad it tormented you because that'll teach you from being sneaky.
And the nightmare before that, I specifically remember this. Reagan was sitting on my bed. You told me it was time for bed, and I went, and she was sitting on my bed, and she did that turn of the head where it faces backwards, and then spider walked.
Yes.
And I was like, yo.
Yeah, because
I was like,
was
no.
was the first one you seen? Was it the original theatrical, or was it the version that you've never seen?
It was the version I've never seen.
So it had the spider walk.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Did I jump ahead of you at number 5?
No, because I mismarked the year of Last House on the Left.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, see, I'm writing yours down at the same time, so
Right.
I'm writing yours down. So speaking of Return of the Living Dead, that's another one I forgot. I would have added that there because there's no final anybody in that. So we'll call that another one of my. Actually, it wouldn't be an honorary mention. I would have stuck that in there instead of one of the other, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That
give me your number 4.
one of mine. I was going to, but I kind of considered her a final girl because she's in the end of it. And she makes it all the way to the end, like you were talking about.
Yeah. Well,
She makes
there's
it,
a gray area,
but there's a couple of them that make it to the end.
right?
So there's like final girls instead of one final girl in that movie. If you count it like that, there's like
Right.
2 of them.
Yeah. But I mean, hold on. All right. Okay. So give me your number. Wait, number 4.
Phantasm,
Huh?
number 4.
Phantasm. Awesome.
That one actually was a serious fight for top 3. Like my top 3, I really had to sit and think really hard, and Phantasm just didn't make it. But I've always loved that movie.
Yes.
I don't remember. I can't remember the first time I ever seen that movie. But
Phantasm is the most unique horror movie I ever made, in my opinion.
and it also has one of the coolest soundtracks I've ever heard.
Yes.
Like that theme
Yes.
is something else.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, it's
absolutely.
like the Thing has, besides the fog, is like the coolest theme I've ever heard.
Escape from New York too, man.
All true, but in my opinion, the fog has the greatest theme of all of Carpenter's movies.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. It's true.
Like
I so much wanted to put the fog on this list. I so much wanted to, but of course you can't.
The final girl though, there's like 2 of them.
Yeah.
You got you got Jamie Lee Curtis and Adrienne Barbeau. I mean, they both make.
There's 3. There's Janet Leigh also.
Oh, that's true. Isn't that the only movie that Janet Leigh and Jamie Lee starred in together?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Okay. All right. My number 4 is the original Evil Dead 1981.
Oh, nice. That was like my number 9.
And I'm actually looking forward to a lot to the new Evil Dead movie. I think it's called Evil Dead Rises. A little concerned though that it's going to take place in the high rise instead of the cabin, but you know.
Right.
And Bruce Campbell's not going to be in it either, is he?
I don't think so, but I had some news for you. I just can't remember what it was now. Something is getting the Scream Factory 4K release.
They told it today.
Yeah.
Today or yesterday. Let me see.
Yeah.
Escape from New York, and it comes with a pin and a vinyl and all that kind of stuff. So
that's not the one.
I can't remember that one. Oh, Ken from Mid Level Media is in there. Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Hey, Chet, if you know what the release is, let us know, because I, for the life of me, cannot remember.
The what he's talking about is the new 4K releases from Screen Factory. Ken will know. Ken knows all those 4K releases.
Oh man, Ken knows what's up.
Okay. All right. Top 3 time. Oh, The Craft. Ken says it's The Craft.
That's what it was. I am looking so forward to that,
Thanks.
dude. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Because I have to pick that up.
All right, we're in the top 3 now. What is your number 3?
The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Okay. Let me write that.
It just has this secluded, agoraphobic type of, well, not agoraphobic, but claustrophobic aspect to it. Like they're in close. Well, kind of agoraphobic because they can't be around the other people because of what is going on. So it kind of does have that agoraphobic feel to it, and it gives you that aspect of kind of like what's going on now with the COVID that's happening and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's social anxiety of
paranoia, man.
Yeah. Get it? Yeah, just a straight up dead paranoia that you just are afraid to leave or go around anybody because this microorganism, might invade you and take you over, bro. And it's just
and for what I've seen, and the theory is that there's not just some theories anyway. From what I've seen, is it's not just one thing. There's like 2 different ones or something.
Yeah, that's why it took them over so quick. I saw the same theory.
Yeah, I've seen that theory. A couple different people, I've seen talk about that. All right, my number 3. See, ours is kind of a little mixed here. You got at number 4. You got Phantasm and The Thing at number 3. I have Phantasm at number 3. Phantasm's in my top 3.
It almost made it. I had a couple that caught the win.
And like I said, Phantasm is, in my opinion, the most unique horror movie ever made. And it's just, it's something that I grew up on. And I remember that theme. You talked about the theme. I remember that theme all the way from childhood. That thing came out when I was like 6 years old. And it's one of the very first really cool. It's got this really cool vibe, really cool aspect to it. It's just not only is one of the most unique, but it's got this swag to it. It's got this swagger, in my opinion. Phantasm does.
Yeah, true.
Ken says Escape from New York, The Craft, Candyman, and Life Force.
Well, I'm sure Knight's going to love the whole Candyman release.
Oh yeah, he loves Candyman.
Oh, I love Candyman.
I still have not seen that new Candyman. I've hardly seen any spoilers about it. I'm waiting for it to actually come out on either streaming or physical media. So I'm not sure if I like it or not. Have you seen it?
Bash me in the comments if you want, or in the chat. But I'm not a fan. It doesn't live up. It doesn't come close to the original.
See, I don't even know if it's got Tony Todd in it or not. So don't tell me.
I'm not going to release anything, but just the overall just aesthetics of it and the feel and the vibe of it does not match. And just the whole fact of Tony Todd being Candyman is just like, nah, bro. There's only one Candyman in my book. That's Tony Todd.
Well, I didn't know if he was in it or not.
Well, I ain't going to, if he is or is not, or if he makes a cameo or whatever, I'm not going to release that to you. But we got this other dude being Candyman, and he just does not make the cut. Well, in my opinion, he tries too hard. He tries too hard.
I had stayed away from everything about it because I've been waiting for it to come on. So Let's see. Give me your number 2.
Night of the Living Dead.
68.
Yes, sir. I, for the life of me, at the time when I made this list, could not remember the year, but for some reason I thought it was 58, but I was like, there's no way.
No.
But no, it's just the overall just the eeriness of it. I watched it in color a few years back, and it does not have the same vibe. I believe
I showed it to you. Yeah. It doesn't. The black and white aspect definitely gives it a lot scarier of a vibe than the other 2.
Yeah, like if you would have shown that to me in color first and shown it to me in black and white, I wouldn't feel the same way I do about it now because I would have seen it in color first. So the fact that I can see it in its original form and its final form, those Dragon Ball Z fan, I just, it is definitely in my top 3 to top 2. It was a huge fight between 2 and 1, but my number 1 just had to take the cake. I'm just like,
I'm curious what that's going to be. Okay, my number 2 is Jaws.
that's an honorary mention for me. It almost made
Jaws an honorary mention. Wow, I can't wait to see what your number 1 is. Jaws, yes. That is. I will not go in the ocean. I will not swim in the ocean. I'm never going to swim in the ocean.
No. I watched
absolutely
Jaws.
not. That scares the hell out of me. It always has. Sharks just terrify me. And Jaws is exactly why.
That movie in my subconscious is probably what makes it to where I can't swim today.
Really?
Like
I tried so hard to get you to learn how to swim, and you just would not do it.
Like I can float on my back and I can kind of swim on my back, but the subconscious of Jaws is stuck with me so bad that I can't. Just the fear of water. I'm not a hydrophobe or anything, but it just the fear of something getting me just completely makes me sink, man.
Yeah, well, that's why I just won't swim in the ocean. I mean, I'll swim everywhere else, but I will not swim in the ocean. I've never been to the ocean, but if I ever go, you will not see me even. I might stick my foot in it. That'd be about it.
True, I've seen you go like waist deep is the deepest you'll go. Like I remember me, you, and my mom went and we had our little picnic. It was the same time, the first time I ever watched Blade. We went to the beach and then we went back to Green Tree Apartments, and that was the first time I'd ever seen Blade for the first time. It was like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and it was the first time I ever saw Blade.
Yeah. Eric says, after all these decades, Jaws is still making people scared of the ocean. That right there tells you how great it is. Absolutely, Eric. I completely agree. It is. And also, Drake. I don't know if you know this, but it was like the very first summer blockbuster.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know my facts on Jaws.
That was well, I mean, it was one of those things where they couldn't get the shark to work, and that's what makes the movie so effective. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah, that is the one thing I do remember from all the documentaries you watched. This dude is a documentary freak, man.
I love documentary.
He is a glutton for documentaries. Like I watch documentaries for certain movies, Halloween, Ginger Snaps, Children of the Corn, things like that. But he literally watched documentaries on anything.
Movies I don't even like, I'll watch documentaries because I just want to know.
Yeah, he just wants to know how this crappy movie came to be. And it's like, I'm like, why are you watching a documentary on this movie? You don't even like it. He's like, I just want to know how this crappy movie came to be.
That's how I've learned all the useless knowledge that I have. I am a fountain of useless knowledge.
It will come to use one day. Mark my words.
Well, it already has. I mean, it gives me a bunch of stuff to talk about, and it's just a passion. I just love it. It's just a passion. I wouldn't be me without it. You know what I mean?
That is true.
All right. What is your number one top 10 horror movie of all time without a final girl?
Last Man on Earth.
Oh,
The
Last
Last
Man on
Man
Earth.
on Earth.
Okay.
I am
Vincent
legend
Price.
before I am legend. Yes, sir. Vincent Price is the GOAT, in my opinion.
Next to Peter Cushing, yes.
If you're not including Hammer, yes. Like, if you're not including Hammer, Vincent Price is the GOAT. But if you're including Hammer, Peter Cushing takes it. Sorry. The man starred in Star Wars. Come on.
You got a couple of really, really unexpected choices here in this top 10, man. I like it. Lots of things that I didn't even think of.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is I don't even own the movie. I really wish I did. I do believe one of the boutique labels owns it. Help me, chat.
It's on the Vincent Price Collection Volume 2.
I'm talking about besides Screen Factory and not having to pay $85 for the Volume 2.
It might be Eureka or Indicator. Maybe Indicator might have it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what it is, but it's
Vincent Price is so cool. As a matter of fact, me and Gretchen watched the original The Fly and Return of the Fly yesterday from from the Scream Factory collection. We sit around all day yesterday watching The Fly.
The Fly almost made it on my list. Almost. It's one of those honorable mentions. But The Last Man on Earth took it from it. It was between The Fly and The Last Man on Earth taking the cake.
I do love Last Man. Yes.
And Last Man on Earth is just I Am Legend. It's just derived directly from the book. I Am Legend is basically a remastered creation of the book. And I love Will Smith. He did a fantastic job, and the whole story between him and his dog. The dog was the only friend he had. Whoop the whoop, no spoilers, but The Last Man on Earth just has this feeling of loneliness to it that you just can't get.
Yeah.
And it's just like people in high school that were the outcast in school, they feel that, and I feel that because that was me. So that movie connects to me in that kind of way. So it's like.
Knight says, "Good call, Drake." Ben Grimm's in the chat. He says, "Return of the Living Dead" for him. For some reason, shoot me, but I didn't even think about that. I did, this was. I mean, I had a little bit of trouble coming up with a whole bunch of them, but once I started thinking about it, there were so many that I had trouble narrowing it down to 10. So for some reason, I mean, I know it's a crime, but the original Return of the Living Dead didn't make it. But it is honorable mention.
When we got our number ones done, we should go down to the honorable mentions and be like, these are the movies that were honorable mentions, but they didn't make it because of this.
Yeah. I have mine would be because I forgot. Seriously, all but Rosemary's Baby are one. The other three are ones that I didn't think of. Well, actually, there's 5 of them now, and I'll talk about that in a minute. My number one top 10 movie of all time without a final girl is John Carpenter's The Thing, 1982.
Wow. Your number one was my number 3. Why was it your number 1 though? Like, what made you pick it for number 1?
Okay. So I have a story for The Thing too, and I'm sure you probably remember the story. When I seen The Thing was back during the summer of '82. It's the same summer that Rocky 3 came out.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
I was, and you know, I was like a latchkey kid, so it was just me and your grandma living there. And she worked all day. Well, this during the summer, school was out. Um, so I had to have something to do. Well, 2 or 3 blocks away, there was a movie theater, and like 5 times in a row that summer, I went and seen Rocky 3. I couldn't get enough of it. Um, but on like the 6th time I went to see this movie, and they were so used to watching me go in and see Rocky 3, and the thing had just started. Of course, I was a Carpenter fan because I loved Halloween and the fog and all that and everything leading up to it. Escape from New York, and I knew I wanted to see the thing. Well, when they weren't looking, instead of going into Rocky 3, I went into the thing, and I watched it. And there was a couple other people in there, but they didn't come and check, and nobody told on me. I sat there and I watched that. Um, and I just loved it right away.
oh
And
yeah.
it's always been a top on my list.
Like
And for me, it's next to Jaws and Phantasm and The Exorcist, it's the greatest all-time horror movie that doesn't have a final girl.
the first time I ever watched a thing, what caught me and drug me in was that John Carpenter composed music, bro.
Well, no,
Man.
that's actually the music in the thing is not John Carpenter.
John Carpenter didn't do the thing's music.
Mm-mm.
What?
Nope.
I mean, it's so much like a Carpenter, like
It sounds like it should be, yes, but nope, it's not.
if you look it up on Spotify,
Marcone. It's I think his last name is Marcone.
like Chat and Gore, if you look it up on Spotify, it's under John Carpenter's greatest composed, volume 2.
Yep, Ennio Marcone. Nice, Ennio Marcone. Thanks for stopping by tonight. I really appreciate it. I would say have a good time at work, but I mean, I don't know if you love your job or not, but have the best time you can. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it.
Right, man. Have a nice night, man. Have a good one, man. Lots of love.
But okay, there's that. So okay, I'm look over a couple of the ones from your list here as I come up with my mentions. My mentions are Invasion of Body Snatchers, 1978, Return of the Living Dead from '85, The Cube, and Rosemary's Baby.
Okay, those are some pretty dope honorable mentions. Mine would be Season of the Witch, also known as Halloween 3, Jaws, Exorcist, and Exorcist Legion.
Exorcist 3, yeah, okay, cool. All right. So is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to go into any more of these or talk about any more of these, or do you want to discuss the craft that we're going to do, or?
I mean, yeah, guys. Stay tuned.
Come back here in a couple days and do the craft.
Yeah, like here in the next couple days or a week, we'll figure it out. And we'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep you posted. Gore will keep you posted on Instagram or whatever. We're gonna come in with the craft, and we're gonna talk about the craft. We both got our facts straight and all that. And we both got it all figured out.
Yeah, and we didn't do too bad, man. This is the very first time we ever did this. I think we did good. Ben Grimm is want to know if we can recap our top 10. Okay.
Recap the top 10. You, bub.
Yeah. He just came in here just a little bit ago. My top 10. Ben was at number 10 was Last House, 72. Number 9 was The Mist. Number 8 was Exorcist 3. Number 7 was Halloween 3. Number 6 was Night of the Living Dead 68. Number 5 was The Exorcist. Number 4 was Evil Dead 81. Number 3 was Phantasm. Number 2 was Jaws. And number 1 was The Thing 82.
Right. And those were awesome picks, might I say.
Thank you very much.
There were a couple I didn't think of, and
So what was yours?
10 was Cube. 9 was Evil Dead. 8 was Girly from 1969. 7 was Dee Snider's Strangeland. If you're a fan of Dee Snider and Twisted Sister, check out Strangeland, man. Like it is definitely a movie you won't forget. 6 was Invasion of Body Snatchers from '56. Last House on the Left, 72 was number 5. Number 4 was Phantasm. 3 was John Carpenter's The Thing. Number 2 was Night of the Living Dead, the original. For some reason, I don't do years very good. And number 1 was Vincent Price starring in The Last Man on Earth.
That was a cool number 1 too.
Yeah, that is like it really took a lot of thinking.
But yeah, finally anybody in that.
Like I went and rewatched all 10 of those movies. Like every movie I have on my list, like the honorable mentions and everything. I spent a week watching every single of these movies, starting from the top to the bottom.
Right.
And like I was going to put Chronicle in there, but Chronicle's not a horror movie. It's a
no.
It's a sci-fi. The Road. I don't consider The Road a horror movie. That's a post-apocalyptic movie to me. I have a certain way I categorize movies. So The Road would have been at like number 5 if it was categorized that way, but I consider that post-apocalyptic. Chat, if you want us to do a top 10 post-apocalyptic, let us know, and we.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
We will come up with a post-apocalyptic list. I have lists on all kinds of things. Most of them came from Nightwatch Zone stream. So if you watch the stream, you already know my top 10s for certain subjects. If you guys
I love
remember,
doing these top 10s, man. I had a lot of fun with this one, man.
Like
I had a lot of fun with this one, and it didn't turn out to be the disaster I thought it would be.
Oh no, man, you gotta believe, bro.
Oh, trust me. If I didn't believe you, you wouldn't be seeing my sitting here. Trust me.
I love the censorship. Going off of the movie subject.
I got an audio issue with my headphones here.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's a buzzing. Oh, can you hear that too?
Yeah, it is buzzing on my end. That headset used to be, and it does have that problem. I'm just surprised it hasn't done that horrible high-pitched ring yet. It's terrible. But off the movie subject that I think that we should do, and for the chat, let us know if we should do it. If you're a fan of wrestling, we should do the top 10 WrestleMania matches of all time.
That would be tough.
That would be tough. We have had, 36 of them now?
Yeah, it's getting ready to be 38, I do believe.
38? All right. I'm only counting.
I wish wrestling was still good.
I'm only counting WrestleMania 20 back. For mine. Like I consider WrestleMania 21 on to be just cliche bogus. So WrestleMania 20 was the last good one for me. It's the last one in the WrestleMania anthology, which I own. I got that for Christmas last year, I believe, or was the year before? It was the year before last.
Year before this last one, yeah.
Yes, it was the year before last.
That's what your brother got you, yeah.
I did remember that. I just can't remember if it was last year or the year before. And this last year, I do believe, did the Underworld collection come from him?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Well, I want to thank everybody for coming in for our very first for my very first live stream. I so much appreciated it. I had a great time. I hope everybody else had a really good time. Ben Grimm says great picks. Thank you very much. And like I said, thanks to everybody for coming in. If you missed it, please please check it on the replay. So much appreciated. We're going to be doing this again really soon. Have a good one. Love to everybody. Do you got anything else to say?
Yes, I do. Guys, do not forget to like this stream, and don't forget to sub to Gore or I in this. And this is Drake-Akain. You've been watching Gore-Aphobe's channel featuring Drake-Akain. Sleep sweet, guys.
And don't ever forget, I am Gore-Aphobe and you are not. Thank you.